住的城市
city of Shanghai
有政策的，它也是有阶段性。
像现在我们的孩子去了美国。
My friends met in Shanghai and married in London.
Because what is in the need of Israel is in the capability of China, and what is the need.
November of 1938, my father was arrested by the Nazis and put in a concentration camp. So my mother ran around trying to find a place for us to go, because the one way at that time to get him out of the concentration camp was to show shipping tickets that you were leaving the country.
My father-in-law, Noah Goldman, negotiated with a German Gestapo agent with money and drugs and drinks and whatever it took to enable them to get 6 visas to get out of Germany. The only place to go was Shanghai. It was the only open port left in the world, practically, for Jewish people to come into.
You had to have a place to go. You had to show that you booked passage and that you had an entry form or some form to prove that you were able to go somewhere. The United States, France, England, the rest of the world had closed their doors. Nobody would let them in.
This guy up there heard, this Judenweib, this Jew bitch, you know, what's bring her up. Ich will sehen, was mit dem Judenweib los ist. I want to see what's the matter with this Jew bitch. My mother said, give me a stamp to go to Shanghai or shoot me with my children. But bitte, erschießen Sie mich erst, Herr Obergruppenführer. Shoot me first. Ich will nicht meine Kinder sehen sterben. I don't want to see.
I think they left when it was, yeah, they had to leave. Otherwise they would have ended up with the other people in their family in the concentration camps.
All the others were killed. We lost about 30 to 40 members of our family. 30 to 40? Yes. Uncles, aunts, cousins. They didn't get out in time, so they were all killed.
I will continue till the day of my death to be thankful to the Chinese people for what they did to save that segment of Jewish refugees that would have been cut in the Nazi web and would have been destroyed. And just to take it a step further, I owe the meeting of finding my wife. It was only through their efforts. Otherwise, they would have been cut in Austria. If they weren't allowed to come to China, they would have been deported to the death camps, and I wouldn't have my wife today and my 2 daughters.
That was the time when the maximum number of refugees like us were arriving. Everybody very poor, nobody with any money, everybody finding himself in a strange place. I got a job finally delivering bread. We were baking bread, and I would deliver the bread to different people, and for that I would get a half a loaf extra. And that half a loaf of bread was very valuable because you could sell it for other things, or you could eat it. And we were always hungry. And though we were all poor together, it was a place that we could, where we could find shelter, or we all would have died. We all would have been killed. In fact, those who did not leave did get killed. And it was a time when no one in the world opened their doors to us. But because of historical circumstance, even though Shanghai had a lot of problems of its own, Shanghai did open its door.
I want to thank the Chinese for their welcome and their kindness to us. Thank you. In the first week of the war, we left Warsaw, the bombs were falling, and we went to Vienna because that was outside the war. In Vienna, the war got closer, and we got a transit visa from the Japanese consul Sugihara. Then the Japanese said, just a moment, you're here on a transit visa, you have to go on. The only place that was ready to accept us and invite us was Shanghai. We went to Shanghai. The Chinese were exceptionally friendly and warm to us. We made many friends there. I went on a visit recently. I saw my home and I thought, I will never forget my friends, the Chinese. I played together with the children there. Although we didn't have a common language, but we did understand each other, and it was really a very warm welcome that we had there. My mother also had friends there, as did my father.